Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin because Bitcoin is back, finally back above $40,000 for the first time in what seems like forever. Even though I think it was only like a month or so. But if you don't remember, back in the beginning of January, Bitcoin hit an all-time high of just over $41,000. And then pretty much overnight, it corrected like 30%. It then really just sat around $30,000 for pretty much the remainder of the month. But now it's back, and it's pretty funny to see how momentum can shift in the market. You know, back in the beginning of January, all you hear about is Bitcoin and how Bitcoin's going to $100,000. And then it corrects and nobody talks about it, and Wall Street Bets comes into the spotlight. Then we talk about GME, AMC for a couple weeks. Those correct, and now all the attention is back to Bitcoin. So in today's video, I'm going to go over 4 different stocks and ETFs that you can invest in that have exposure to cryptocurrency and mainly Bitcoin. And the reason I like these 4 stocks is, for starters, not everybody has $40,000 that they could just throw into a Bitcoin. And I know that fractional shares or fractional coins, whatever you want to call it, can sometimes be confusing, and not every brokerage really even allows this. And these 4 stocks really just gives any investor with just a couple $100 the opportunity to invest in this crypto space. So make sure to watch all the way to the end of the video to see which stock you like best. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and make sure to leave a like if this video helps you out in any way. All right, so let's get right into it. The first way is pretty straightforward. There's actually an ETF that you can invest in that tracks Bitcoin. So I'm sure you guys know that there's ETFs that track the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, the tech sector, healthcare, stuff like that. So investing in this ETF is pretty much the same as investing in something like that. So instead of directly investing in Bitcoin, you can just buy this ETF and then have some exposure to it that way. The ticker symbol is GBTC, and it currently trades for $37.88 a share. The fund is managed by Grayscale, which is one of the largest digital currency asset managers in the world, as they have over $20 billion under management, and their goal is to provide any investor with the opportunity to gain exposure to Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any other cryptocurrency. And just like any other ETF, this moves very much in line with Bitcoin's price. So this can definitely be a very easy and efficient way to just have some exposure to Bitcoin. We all know Bitcoin has gone on a huge run over the past year. So let's take a look at how this ETF has performed relative to that price movement. So if you take a look at the table here, you can see a 3-month return of just under 120%, a 12-month return of 229%, and then a year-to-date return of already over 18%. So if you think Bitcoin's bull run is going to continue from here and you want to be a part of it, this is definitely an ETF that you should check out. And I also should point out that this ETF specifically is not yet listed on the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ, but it's listed on the OTC exchange, which means that depending on your brokerage, you might have to pay a small commission fee just to transact in this ETF when you buy and sell it. I know that I use TD Ameritrade, and they do charge $6.95, I think it is, to buy and sell the stock. So just make sure you're paying attention to that before you go in it, as obviously commission fees can rack up. But it's not that big of a deal. Just make sure you check with your brokerage before you buy it. All right, so the next stock is MicroStrategy, which trades under ticker symbol MSTR and currently trades for $806 a share. And I also want to say that MicroStrategy and the last 2 stocks are traded on the NASDAQ, so you should have no problem trading 100% commission-free. And this one is actually pretty interesting. MicroStrategy is a software company, but their involvement with Bitcoin and just in the cryptocurrency space is something that this market really has never seen before. The company is run by Michael Saylor, who is a very outspoken Bitcoin bull and sees a huge amount of upside for Bitcoin in the future. So what he's doing with this company is pretty much converting all of their excess cash into Bitcoin. So instead of keeping hundreds of millions of dollars in cash like most companies in the US do, they're actually investing all of that into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, as he thinks that's his best hedge against inflation, and there's really just no point to keep all this cash when you can put it in an asset like Bitcoin that has all this upside for the future. They now have over $1 billion invested in Bitcoin, which comes out to around 70,000 coins. And since their initial investment, the stock price is up over 200%, as investors are now just using this stock pretty much as a Bitcoin proxy or just another way to invest in Bitcoin. And here's a chart that compares MSTR's stock price to the price movement of Bitcoin, and you can tell that they are nearly identical. And Michael Saylor has said many times that, this is their plan for the future. They're going to continue investing money into Bitcoin. So as they keep investing more money over the years, I would only expect this price correlation between Bitcoin and the company's stock to continue. And it'll definitely be interesting to see if more companies kind of follow in their footsteps and start to invest their excess cash into Bitcoin in the future, as I kind of think that's what MicroStrategy is betting on, because if we do start to see more companies start to do that, I would expect the demand for Bitcoin to increase pretty quickly. So we'll see what happens with that. But either way, I like MicroStrategy as a way to play Bitcoin, as they have a very strong price correlation. All right, so the next two are crypto mining companies, which means that they build and operate the blockchain where Bitcoin is based. The first one is Riot Blockchain, which is ticker symbol Riot and trades for $23.38 a share. And the next one is Marathon Patent Group, which trades under ticker symbol MARA for $22.52 a share. If you don't know what blockchain is, it is essentially the record-keeping technology behind the Bitcoin network. So what Bitcoin miners actually do is, number one, they use their computers to solve all these complex mathematical problems to help generate new Bitcoins. And then two, they help verify Bitcoin transactions all around the world to help keep the network safe and secure. So if you have more Bitcoin miners, that means you have faster and more reliable transactions. So as a result, these miners will be compensated in the form of a small fee every time they verify a transaction. So there's a ton that goes into Bitcoin mining, but that's pretty much how they're compensated for, number one, when they generate new Bitcoins, and then two, the small fee they make when they verify transactions all around the world. And that's why companies like these two are gaining so much attention in the market right now, because as the crypto world just continues to grow and more people start to use Bitcoin to transact, the demand for miners is just going to only increase from here, because these are the people that help keep this network safe and reliable. And I don't want to go too deep into the technical side, like all the company's software and how many computers they use or how many programs they run at a time, but I really just wanted to show you how Bitcoin and the Bitcoin mining companies are connected and how their work kind of just goes hand in hand. But here's a one-year chart of these two companies with Riot on top and Marathon on the bottom. You can see how the stocks have very similar price movements and are trading pretty much identical to Bitcoin. So again, if you believe in this whole crypto world, I would definitely recommend looking into mining companies like these two. So hopefully you guys found some value in that video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to join the team. I personally like the long-term bull case for Bitcoin, so I'm definitely going to be making more videos like this in the future. But that's it for today. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.